Good morning. Good, very, very, very early morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And I am pre recorded today. I actually had the opportunity to have a very early morning appointment that's going to be very good for me. But I have an early morning appointment tomorrow. And so I'm going to be, so I figured I would just, well, I'd say tomorrow, earlier or later on this morning. But anyways, yeah, I have a very early appointment that will be interfering with the wake up call, so I figured that I would just record it today. Anyways, so it is happy Tuesday to you. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves and yeah, just talk a little bit about yesterday. And so I guess let's pull the card first, and then I'm going to pull the card, I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and then we're going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do this and we build into our own lives, we're changing up our own experiences, and we're giving ourselves new possibilities, new ways that we can be, new yeah, just newness inside of our own lives. So yeah, I'm tired. It's really early in the morning. But anyways, all right, guys. So let's pull a card off the top of the deck and say that today I am ready. I am ready. My preparations pave the way. So I am ready. My preparations pave the way. Are you ready? You are ready. Your preparations pave the way. I'm going to write that down in the comments. And since I don't have the comments up because this one's pre recorded, I'm going to write it down in the bottom bar. I'm going to say that I am ready. My preparations pave the way. Boom. I am ready. My preparations pave the way, and you are ready as well. The fact is that you are prepared for what you are going to be called upon to do today. And every day that we live is another opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to be better and to do better. And ultimately, it's we are prepared for all of the things that life calls upon us to do, and all the situations that we are in. And we know that it's true because consider that you've made it through literally everything that life has thrown at you so far. And maybe you weren't sure how you were going to make it through at the beginning, but you did, and so did I. And sometimes I had to learn new things in order to make it through. Sometimes I had to reapply old lessons. In the end, my preparations are paving the way and have paved the way for my life as it stands right now, and yours have as well. Think about how the life that you're living right now is a life that maybe a couple of years ago, maybe even as recently as a few months ago, is a life that you hadn't dreamed of, and how our lives are in this constant state of evolution and flux, where we learn new things and we do new things, and we build upon the knowledge that we have. And sometimes we start over and we do it better, and sometimes we just iterate. We're always iterating. And so I am ready, and you are as well. I think this is such a fun little card because this is a coffee plant. And let me tell you, there's a lot of people who don't feel like they're ready until they've had their morning coffee. So when Pepper made up the coffee plant, I just thought it was as the card, when she selected coffee as the card, as the imagery for I am ready. It was just such a fun card. Anyways, I am ready, and my preparations do indeed pave the way. I have a story about yesterday, and so I did the wake up call yesterday, and I mean I woke up yesterday feeling depressed, and I don't often feel depressed. It's shocking to me when I'm feeling anything less than completely sunshiny and awesome. I woke up yesterday feeling depressed, feeling like I didn't want to do anything. Like I had lots of things that I could be doing and lots of people that I could be helping and lots of projects that I could be working on. And I just wanted to go directly back to bed. I only got out of bed yesterday to do the wake up call. That was the one and only thing that got me out of bed in the morning. And I mean, I wallowed in that depression or that depressive feeling for a little while. And until I decided that I was just going to take my own advice. And the advice that I give anybody when they are feeling depressed is to clean something and go for a walk. The reason that we clean something is because it gives us a sense of control over something. Like surely there's something in my area that isn't as I prefer it to be. And when I look around my house, I know damn well there's lots of things in my house that aren't where I prefer them to be. And so I went and did a load of laundry and washed it and switched it over to the dryer. And while I was out doing the laundry, I took a walk. I took a walk down the nature trail, and I just kind of was alone and with myself and with my own thoughts. And I wasn't sure why I was in such a funk, but I was. And I think it's important to talk about these things because I've had more than one person tell me that I'm just always this ball of sunshiny happiness, and typically I am. Typically that's exactly what it is. Typically the affirmations or the thoughts that are going through my head are typically they are very much in line with what I speak about every morning on the wake up call. It wasn't that way yesterday. Yesterday, I felt like I was just failing at everything that I attempted to do. And even though that wasn't true at all, I still felt that way. And so, and I followed my own advice. I took a walk and I did some laundry and I cleaned some things up around the house. And by the time I was done with that, I was feeling well enough to actually start doing some writing. And that's the other thing that I do when I'm feeling when I well, that's the other thing I recommend other people do when they're feeling depressed. And I just took my own advice and I just put pen on paper and I just started writing. And I wasn't writing with any particular goal in mind. Typically, when I'm writing, it's because I'm trying to make up some website or I'm working on editing some book or some blog post or something. But I wrote with a piece of paper and a pen and just put pen to paper and started writing, and that helped me to kind of de-spaghetti my brain. I had all kinds of brain spaghetti. It was all tangled up, and it wasn't really helping me at all. And so that that preparation that I did helped me to have a really, really good day afterwards. And so instead of having instead of having that bout of depression that I felt early in the morning control and dominate my day, I actually was able to work through it within only about an hour and a half, which is fantastic. And it was just that three-step process of clean something and go out for a walk and then just hop into my journal and go rage on the page and brain spaghetti all over the page. And I kind of came to a realization of just how good my life is and just how I really am moving forward in ways that are very important to me. And I got projects. I have a lot of projects, a lot of things that I've committed to do, and that each and every one of these things is in one way or another moving forward. And so I made a list and I got myself organized and I pulled myself out of it. And so I was thinking about that in the context of being ready and how readiness is something that we prepare for long in advance, far in advance of actually needing that preparation. That three-step process of to get out of depression is something that I've recommended to a lot of people over the years, and now I was able to see clearly enough to apply it to myself when necessary. And how wonderful it is to have that level of self-awareness to say something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but my brain is all tangled up in knots, and I'm not feeling like I want to do anything today. I don't want to get out of bed even. And so I'm going to do the same thing that I recommend that other people do. I'm going to take my own medicine. I'm going to practice the thing that I preach. And let me tell you, it had profound impact on my day. I ended up having an amazing day. And then unexpectedly awesomeness happened insofar as being able to get this appointment so quickly that in just a couple hours I'll be over an appointment that is typically fairly hard to get. And hopefully you'll all be watching the wake up call. Anyways, guys, I am getting ready to roll out of the house, so I'll talk to you later on. I'll talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll have another one of these wake up calls. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. I care about you. I'll see who showed up in the comments, so be sure to continue to leave in comments. And also, I've gotten one request for a card word, and I would love to get some more. So if you have a request for a particular word, just shoot it over to me in a private message, and I'll be sure to include it in the rotation. Also, you can see that Pepper's been making her own cards, and we're looking for artists to collaborate with who would like to make theirs as well, who would like to just kind of take this concept, take the message, and run with it. I was over in the office today, and there's all those really positive and beautiful stickers that, positive, empowering messages. And so many of the messages were the same message, but each one of them was designed differently, different typography, different imagery. And because of that, they all hit different. And so I realized and recognized that the wake up call is just like that. These I am cards are just like that. And so if you're an artist and you're interested in collaborating and making up some of these things, please just reach out to me. I'll be happy to work with you. Anyways, guys, this is your daily reminder that you're going to rock it today. I love you. I care about you. This is, I mean, your up to the moment reminder that you're doing great, and that you are ready, and that the things that you have been, the things that you will be called upon to do today are things that you've been preparing for your whole life. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, I love you. I appreciate you. I care about you. I think you're amazing. And I'll talk to you tomorrow at 9. Until then, aloha from paradise.